Hey all, welcome to week 2. So this week you're reading a short story called The Life You Save May Be Your Own. Kind of an intriguing title. So if you remember from last week, we're still reading Flannery O'Connor, and that's what we're going to be doing for the first unit. So if you go to the modules where it says week 2, go ahead and click that first page. This will give you your text and just an overall kind of idea of what we're doing. So The Life You Save May Be Your Own is going to be similar in tone to A Good Man Is Hard to Find. There's a character in it, his name is Mr. Shiflet, and he's the character I want you to pay close attention to. Pay attention to his behaviors, what he actually does, and then juxtapose or set it aside what he says people should do. So he has a very specific idea of how the world should function, what he thinks is ethical, what he thinks is moral, and what I want you to do is kind of compare and contrast to his actual behavior. And once again, just like last week and what we'll be doing all throughout this course, make sure that you're setting those alongside what you know about Flannery O'Connor in terms of her faith, in terms of her illness. How does her identity play into the writing of the story? And then how does your identity play into the interpretation of this story? And those are the key things I want you to be thinking about as you are writing your response this week. So here's the text, that's the story. It's going to be the same file as last week. You just got to find a particular story. So if you like reading it off of your computer, there's the PDF version that'll work really well. And I believe I mentioned this last week. If you have an ebook reader like iBooks on your phone or on your device or Nook, you can open this file, EPUB. It's an ebook file that should make it super readable. I also want you to read this introduction by Lauren Groff. So it is a new introduction to the book where we're finding all of these stories. And she notes how Flannery O'Connor has kind of changed and impacted the landscape of American writing, and she has. But we also have to deal with a lot of kind of the marring aspects of her writing as well, particularly how she handles issues of race that can be problematic. So Lauren Groff highlights that and also kind of pries into how we as modern readers should interact with someone who has written wonderful stories that can impact and shape our own minds and identities, but also has a problematic way of handling things that modern readers regard as something that is negative. Okay, now I've also given you a link to the PBS documentary Flannery. It's really good. It's going to give you a lot of context for Flannery O'Connor. In order for you to watch that, you're going to need to log into your TCC login so you can access the library links, because that's directly through the library. Otherwise, you have to pay to watch it. So make sure you do that and you should be good to go. It's really good. Pop some popcorn, make some popcorn, eat popcorn and watch it. You'll enjoy it, and it'll give you some more context for writing your assignment, which is essentially going to be the same thing. It's you looking at the story, understanding how is this kind of highlighting the idea of the American landscape. How is it particularly American? How does it impact me, make me think about my own identity? So just like last week, I will send you another video that's an analysis of the story around Wednesday or Thursday. A lot of you were really kind and sent me messages and said that really helped, which I'm very excited about. I will continue to do that. And just like I gave you those resources and things last week, I don't care if you use online resources. So if you read the story and you're struggling with it, by all means, Google it. See what other people have said. Watch some YouTube videos. See if you can get a deeper understanding of the story. Okay, so that's what's going on this week. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will be happy to answer them. All right.